the same who traveled using the same process. I sent him the school, and he was like, he's not too sure that the letter is genuine, and schools haven't really opened for fall 2025 just yet. So I'd have to try and then find out if the letter is genuine. But then I reached out to the mentor on my dashboard, and then he was like, I didn't ask if it was genuine, but I wanted to find out about scholarships and all that. And then he was like, the scholarships will be open, I think, somewhere in November going. But I wanted to ask you if you know, if you've heard of that school or you know anything about the University of Scranton, and so that I can know what to do. But then again, I was asked to make a payment of $200 for enrollment fee. So I was a little bit, confused.
So I know University of Scranton is in
In
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
It's a private university.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. It's a Catholic university.
Yes.
Okay. So I wouldn't be able to tell whether the city it's located in is called Scranton. So
Yeah.
I know it exists, but I've
Okay.
not seen your documents, so I wouldn't be able to know where it's coming from and if it's legit or not.
Okay.
But I know that there is a university like that in Pennsylvania.
Okay, sure. All right. And please, sorry, can you elaborate a little bit on how to apply for this West, like as in the transcript evaluation? Can you briefly elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. So
All right.
you would have to go to wes.org to create an account, and they would ask you what type of evaluation you want to do. You just have to choose graduate application, and they would ask for the destination. Either you're using it for Canada or the US. I think there is a third country. So once you go through that process, they'll ask for the normal things, your bio details and all that. And then you would have to choose which option you want to go in for, whether you want to send it directly to a school, which school you are sending it to, and all that. And then you make payment. Once you make the payment, you will be given options to send your documents to WES. So you can go directly to your school, ask them to post it. There is a way the schools can also send a soft copy directly through their system, especially if they are linked with WES. And there is a way you can also take the sealed copy from your school and post it directly to WES as well. The only thing is that they wouldn't accept the soft copies from you directly. There is a third party option for people who are finding it difficult. Maybe you are not closer to your school. WES provides a third party option where they will allow you to upload the soft copies. I think there is a payment required, and they will get in touch with the specific school and verify those documents and get them evaluated for you. Once it's being evaluated, you have an opportunity for them to post a copy to you. You get the draft copy as well, and you also have an opportunity to directly send it to the school. If you can afford it, I would highly encourage it because it sort of one boosts your CGPA. Two, a lot of universities, whether you have a first class, HND, whatever, they'll still require the evaluation. And because a lot of people are unable to afford it, these schools have a lot of scholarships if you are able to fit in, and that competition sometimes is low.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, let's talk to King David. Hi, Ifo. Oh, okay. Is it King David that spoke right now? Okay. Hi, Ifo. Monster, do you have the microphone? I thought I was speaking to it, Monster. Oh, this one. Okay. Let's see. All right. So let's talk to Ohima. Ohima, you have the microphone. Unmute yourself and go ahead.
Yeah, first said, please, good afternoon.
Yeah, good day. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And my name is Ohima, currently in level 400, University of Ghana. So I decided to research about courses I can take for my master's. And I think I'm interested in nursing. So with the nursing, I realized I can use my degree, which is my final year degree, to apply, but then I need to take some prerequisites. And I was asking how I could go about it. That's my first question.
What are you studying?
I'm studying consumer science, family and child studies.
Okay. And do you plan to graduate before applying?
Yes, please.
Okay. So this will be a brotherly advice, right? And I've
Okay.
been doing this for a very long time. The course you're studying, it's amazing, it's great.
Yeah.
So in terms of, it depends on which country you want to go. If you want to come to the US, getting admission directly into the nursing program for either a PhD or master's is highly possible. But because you do not have a bachelor's in nursing, you may have to really talk to the director of the program to see if, because you are still in the STEM field, right? To
Yes.
see if they would admit you directly into a Master of Science or a PhD in Science program, and if you can write a very good SOP to bridge why you have this background but you want to do nursing. Now, if it becomes challenging because other people have nursing backgrounds and maybe their qualification is higher than yours, becoming competitive, what you can do is to go start from either a bachelor's in nursing, which if you write an SAT, it will give you an upper hand, or go for an associate degree in nursing, which is being offered by the community colleges. Now, there is another option that would be my major suggestion. The University of Kansas, for example, have a master's in family science, like something related to. I have a friend who was pursuing that program, and they will give you a good scholarship for that. You can now get into the system. Once you're in the system, switching to nursing is easy.
Yes, please. But sir, please, I saw a school at I saw some course at Virginia University. I can do accelerated nursing, and
Okay,
with the
okay. Here's the
prerequisite.
thing. Okay, Hima, here's the thing. This is what you have to understand. We are looking for a lot of things. We
Yeah.
want admission, we want scholarship, we want visa. Now, to
Yeah.
be honest with you, the easiest part of this process is to be able to get the admission. So,
Yes, please.
getting admission to accelerated nursing, whatever nursing, is so easy. Would this program give you a good scholarship? Okay. Now, would this make it easy for you to get the visa too? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
please.
with your qualification, every field is possible. Even if you want to switch to IT, but which level? So, for example, if it's accelerated nursing and you have a bachelor's degree already, um, would it make it easy to get the scholarship? Okay, too. Would it make it easy to get a visa too? Did you go? So the program you want to. So sometimes I tell people that do not focus solely on the program, especially if it's not going to make scholarship and then the visa process easier for you. So with your field, any private school, for example, can get you directly into their nursing program. Okay, how about scholarship too? So when you ask about the Virginia school, will they give you scholarship? Okay, if you don't have the scholarship, will getting the visa be easier for you? That's what I'm looking at. So when I talk to you, I'm not looking at only the admission because it's easy to get it, to be honest with you. And even not even with your field, somebody with high school, somebody with diploma can easily get into the accelerated nursing program. Does it come with a scholarship? That's another question.
Yes, please.
So I'm telling you something that can make the admission process, the scholarship process, and the visa process easier for you. Because if you are in the system and you want to switch into nursing, you're not now going to search for visa. Do you get it?
Yes, please.
So focus on how do I get into the system first.
Yes, please. So please, how can I get to you so that you can help me through the processes if
All
I
right,
have to
so
start
you
for
send me a direct message on Instagram. I'll be happy to respond. And there is a link pinned to the space that we can schedule a one-on-one meeting. I would highly recommend that you finish with your current program, especially if you're able to obtain like 7 semesters of transcript before you start this process.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's talk to Kofi. Kofi, how are you doing? Kofi, you have the microphone. Please unmute it and go ahead.
Yeah, hello.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Very clear.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Samuel Mane, and currently I have got my I-20 and I've able to schedule for an appointment. But my problem is I didn't get early date. I'm supposed to be in school in, I think, early January, but the appointment date I got I think March 2025. So I'm asking, what should I do? Do
You
I
have
need
to.
to wait for uh do I need to
So
wait a
you
little
have a
while
little.
and see whether I can reschedule my appointment to an early date, or I should apply for emergency date?
Yes. So these are the two options you have. In fact, there's a third option. So yeah, you
Okay.
can decide to. Can you mute your microphone? There's a bit of noise at the background.
Okay, all right.
So you can decide to put in emergency request. You just have to make sure that you have the service fee paid. Type a very convincing message and then request for the expedited appointment. You can right now in the new portal. If you have already booked a date, then it means that you have 4 opportunities to reschedule. So you can still be monitoring the platform and see if you could, reschedule. And of course, you could also join other pages and platforms that people are also searching for this. So normally, if a date becomes available, they will share it on the platform so that you can all go check it out. Another option is to see if you could afford it. Try and see if there are dates in other countries, and then you could opt for that as well. So yeah, there's a lot of options for you.
All right, all right. Thank you.
All right. So you let's talk to Salis. Salis, let's see if we can hear you this time around.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, please, on my destiny, I just completed university this year, and I read BSc Agriculture, and I've been admitted to read BSc Computer Science at Grambling State with a partial scholarship of 14,000, remaining 10,000 tuition fee. So, can I proceed to visa application, and can I win the visa too without tuition fee?
Everybody with an I-20 has an equal opportunity to get the visa approved. It depends on your preparation and your ability to confidently answer the questions at the embassy. So you make sure that you get people to review your DS 160 for you, and then you also get coaching in terms of how to prepare for the visa interview. A major question you should look out for is why you have a bachelor's degree and you want to go in for another bachelor's degree. So yeah, you have an equal chance to get a visa, just like anyone who has, who has an I-20.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
and please, can you help me with the coaching?
Yeah, sure. I told you that I do have a mock interview platform that we meet every day. To be able to join, you should have an I-20 or have a date scheduled. You send me an Instagram message, then we add you to the platform. So we meet every day to help you
But
prepare
but
for the
but
interview.
sir, I've been texting you over and over, but I don't get
On
any
on
feedback.
again, there are lots of people who are using my the Fred Effect logos on as a fake account. So you just have to make sure that you are testing the right account. If you test
Yeah,
me on Instagram,
sorry, I'm texting the right account, but
that's another thing, because you wouldn't be able to tell right now, because I try and respond to every Instagram message. If you're testing me on other platforms, then that is quite unfortunate. But if it's on Instagram, I try and let's reply to every Instagram message. All right,
okay.
let's speak to another person. Yeah, I'll say Hinkro. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Fred, thank you for the opportunity. I've gotten admission to two universities in the US. That is Mississippi State and then University of South Dakota. For both of them is for masters in computers, cybersecurity. Sorry. Now
Is this
my
spring or fall semester?
it's for spring.
Okay.
Now I'm actually finding it a bit challenging getting funding or probably scholarship. So I don't know if you could be of assistance to me and then subsequent ones to the visa process. Thank you.
All right, so I made a whole video about how to get scholarship once you have an admission. I don't know if you've seen that video yet.
Okay, I haven't.
Okay, so I'm going to send the link to you via your inbox. If you could send me hi on X, I can quickly send that to you.
Okay, so
Right.
I just did.
I explained like the various ways. I think I explained about 10 different ways you could use to get scholarship once you have admission. So I think that video will be super helpful.
Okay, thank you. And after getting that the scholarship, I'll come back for you to assist me with the visa process as well.
Yeah, sure. You just have to send me a direct message and I will bring you on our platform. All right. Let's talk to
Thank you.
Lanelle. Did I get the name right?
Hi, Seyfried. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good day.
So my name is Daniela. I completed my degree in 2022 in food science and nutrition, and I have an FG of 3.55. But the issue is that I've been finding it difficult to find a supervisor because most of the schools in the US that offer the master's and a PhD in food science and nutrition require you to secure an advisor. I've been sending code mails, like I've sent a lot of code mails on like 20 actually.
What happens is that you're approaching it in a wrong perspective. You don't have to necessarily get an advisor. So this is what happens.
Okay.
Try and talk to the HOD of the department first.
Okay.
So you are not going to necessarily go to a school. If you do that, it's going to be very stressful for you.
Okay.
Now, if you email the head of department, you are sharing your transcript as well as your resume with the person. Ask if you can go ahead and apply, if you'll be considered for admission, and if you'll be considered for scholarship. Now, if that specific department actually requires that you get a supervisor, then they will tell you how to go about it. But don't start immediately go to a university's website and think that automatically that school requires a supervisor, because not all schools require a supervisor. And if a university does not require a supervisor for application, then of course the lecturers may not respond to your email. There are a lot of reasons why you may probably not get a response, and what I just said is one of them. The second thing is that sometimes most of the universities have a security system such that if you are sending them an email with a normal or traditional Gmail, Yahoo Mail account, because of scam and other things, it goes to their spam box, because most of them use university or professional institutional emails. Also, if your email is very long, you may probably not get a response. So you are approaching it in a wrong way, that you originally or primarily think that I necessarily need a supervisor, even if the department does not see that. You get it? So different departments operate differently. So your approach of looking for a supervisor from the onset may be wrong. Talk to the head of department of the graduate school first. If they tell you that in our department, for you to be considered for admission, sometimes they will even tell you that simply go through our website, look for one of the faculty members whom you think that your research interest aligns with.
Okay.
So what you need to do is just go through their list and look at their research interest and just add their name to your application. Done.
Okay.
So not all of them requires that. So please take note.
Okay, and also, I spoke to one of the graduate school coordinators for the department, and he said I can go ahead and apply, but after they review my application, they will now have to take it round to see if I get a supervisor.
Thank you.
If I don't, I will not be admitted. So my problem is I don't know if I should take the chance or not, because they don't give waivers, and that means I would have to pay. So I do not really know if I should take them.
This is my advice to everyone, that I tell people you have to get maybe an Excel sheet, or you have a table in a Word format where you have the list of schools and the programs you selected in that specific school, and maybe whether when you contacted them, what the response were. Now,
Okay.
if you decide to email 2 or 3 schools, that is not the best way to go. You have to get more. Now, you weigh the responses. Some universities will be direct and tell you that we can give you admission, but our department do not have scholarship. Some of them will tell you what you just said, that you get admitted and later on we see if we can consider you. So you budget or you apply based on the feedback that is very positive. You get it? So if a
Yes.
university is telling you that everybody who is admitted into our program gets automatic scholarship, that feedback is better than what you just told me. So the
Okay.
question is, how many have you emailed? 2, what has the responses been? So how much is the application fee? Do you think that you can afford such an application fee? So basically that is how to go about it. If you feel like you can afford it and it's super positive for you based on the other responses you've received, then please go ahead and apply. All right, let's talk to Caleb Peters. Hi, Caleb. Hi, Caleb. How you doing?
Hello, good evening. Yeah, thank you, Fred, for the opportunity.
Go ahead, sir.
All right. I actually studied physics with production technology, and I'm looking at going into renewable energies for my master's, but I don't know how to go about it. First, my CGPA is quite down, not much. I have a 3.1 CGPA. That's a 2.2.
No, 3.1 or
So I
what?
don't know if
5.0?
yes, 3.1 or
So let's
5.0.
start from here. I always encourage positive energy, right? What you have to understand is that the admission process is not only based on your CGPA and for that matter, your transcript. The mentality you're having that your CGPA is low compared to who? Whom are you comparing your CGPA to? Yeah, so have a positive mindset that the admission will not only be based on your transcript. So put a lot of effort into your statement of purpose, your recommendation letters, your resume should speak for you. And nobody goes to school expecting to have a CGPA that they would consider or call low, right? But you can't do anything about that. Is it. So what other things can I do? Like I said, you put in a lot of effort into the other application documents. If you're a human being and you have one finger cut off, it doesn't make you less of a human being. You get it? You need to push through.
Sure.
So there are other ways, like if you go through evaluation, it will push your CGPA up a little bit. Also, you can decide to go in for universities that would waive application fee for you. So at the end of the day, whether you get admission or not, you don't lose anything. You get it? So there are lots of effort. So first of all, don't discourage yourself or undermine your CGPA. You did your best, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So I would like to get recommendations for schools that offer where I can study renewable energy. That's actually my interest.
Okay. So so you said your bachelor's was in renewable energy or what?
No physics with production technology. The production aspect is the mechanical engineering aspect of production.
Okay. So we already have a challenge considering that this is what our CGPA is. So in terms of moving to renewable energy, you need to get other related programs and also try to talk to the director of the program. So you can also look at sustainability studies. Sustainable development too is an option. So if you share a copy of your transcript with them, and based on the courses you've taken, they feel you will be a good fit for the program, they will let you know. Don't just see a renewable energy program and go ahead and apply. It doesn't work like that.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk to another person. So if you're just tuning in, you're welcome. This is the Fred Effect, the biggest study abroad content platform. We I have the opportunity to go through the study abroad process.
Hello?
have the opportunity to assist thousands of people to go through. So based on personal experience and the opportunity to assist people, we create content on how you can also do it. We make sure it is in a more inspiring way because there are a lot of negativities already out there. It is difficult, it is not possible, you cannot do it. No. We make the content in a more inspiring way, letting you know that everybody can do it. Don't look down on your CGPA, your current qualification, or your age, or anything like that. It is highly possible to do it. So the only thing we need to do is to find out how you can do it. And that's what we share on the various Fred Effect platform. So if this is your first time encountering the platform, we have over 40,000 on X, about 160,000 on YouTube. Facebook is over 80,000, I think 86,000 or so, and then Instagram too. To be able to get in touch, there is a link pinned to the space that you can click on to schedule a one-on-one meeting. You can send a direct message on Instagram. I'll be happy to respond. The team currently handles undergraduate applications. So if you do have a high school or diploma and you want to pursue a bachelor's degree on a scholarship, you can schedule a one-on-one meeting. The team would explain the entire process to you, take your document and handle the application for you. And also, if you want to pursue a master's or a PhD, there's something we call the Fred Effect Mentorship Program, which you can be part of for assistance through the process. So I normally hop on a space to be able to respond to some of the questions you might be having, especially based on the information I put out there on the various platforms. So we post a lot of application fee waivers. The YouTube channel, there's something we call the effective series. On any of the episodes of the effective series, I target a specific university that there's waiving application fee, and when you get admitted, there's automatic scholarship. So we've shot several episodes of them. These are a lot of information being put out there. So if you actually check the Fred Effect YouTube and Facebook, you can literally go about the whole process on your own without having to contact anybody or needing help. However, sometimes people will need a private one-on-one meeting. And because it's time that you're going to suck out of me, it is important that you value the time that I'll be putting in. And so there is a paid scheduled one-on-one meeting. That is if you can afford it and you think it will be beneficial, or the value that you get out of it will help your process. All right, so let's talk to Kwesi. Kwesi, go ahead. Hi, Kwesi, can you hear me?
Okay, yes. Can you hear me as well?
Did you say are you a barber?
No, I'm a barb, but
what is a barb?
Well, you let me ask my question.
Oh, no,
first.
I want to know, what is it like? Is it not a barber?
No, a barb, like meaning I'm a stan of Nicki Minaj.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know this. Okay. But I've learned something new. All right.
Yeah. So okay. So my question is, I just finished. We were in the meeting with the Illinois Tech. They had a session today about like admissions and stuff, graduate admission. And they did make they made mention that the January start, that's the spring 2025, students are supposed to, I think they have a month, they are to report about a month, or like, so ideally from December, that's when you're supposed to report. If you report like maybe in January there, you'll not be admitted. So my question is, I was interested in applying for that for the January admission, but then I just heard someone saying like it would be difficult to like not getting booking an appointment for the visa on time. So I was like, do I?
So before you move on, right? Do not assume things in the future when you don't even hold admission. So my brother, today, if there is an interview slot available for you tomorrow, can you go for the interview?
Yes, I could.
So if there's do you have an I-20?
No, I don't. I don't.
So no, you can't. So it means technically you can't go for the interview if there's a date tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's a step-by-step process. Focus on getting the admission. Then when we get to the river, we shall cross. Don't assume that I wouldn't be getting an interview date, and so I'm not even going to put in the application, hoping that we are still in September. Is that not it?
Yes.
Good. October, November, before December, 3 months, a lot of things can change and happen. Sometimes you just be there and the US Embassy will release a lot of dates for the next day or the next week. So don't assume that you will not get a date even before you start to apply. It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right. Let's talk to Safianu Idris. Salam alaikum.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you, Fred?
I'm okay. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank you for doing for embarking on this very important work for all of us. My question is, I would have to. I want to study MPA, that is public administration.
That's my field, so.
Yes, exactly. So I've been following for a while, and I know a bit about that. So I want to study public administration. That is an MPA program with a focus on non-profit leadership or management, based on my education, my first degree, and my previous work experience. I've had some experience at the NGO sector, so that is what has inspired me to study that program.
You are just writing your whole SOP to me right now. I like it. Go ahead.
Hello. Yes, I said I've had experience.
Yeah, I'm just saying
with,
that
an NGO. Yes.
Like
so
you
that
have
is
a whole
what has
paragraph.
inspired me.
You have a whole paragraph of your SOP written right now.
A whole paragraph. No, I'm still working on it.
Okay,
I'm
you're not
done
getting
with
the
it.
twist. Go ahead.
Yes. So I would want to interact with you. Maybe even not here. I want to book an appointment with you. But however, at the moment, I want to know whether I would get some discount so that I can go ahead and book the appointment.
Okay, so value cannot be discounted, right? So
Okay.
it's quite unfair. I wish I could do something about it, but because of the high value services we provide, that will be challenging. But of course, let's see if we can help you. What exactly do you need help with?
Okay, so I'm looking at schools that have funding in that. Even though I'm doing my personal research, I've come up with some few schools that I'm looking at. But I would also want your suggestions on schools that provide funding in that area.
So if you're looking at the US, it will be difficult to just say that maybe because this person had funding to the school, you should also apply to that school. What you have to do is that based on your CV and then your transcript, try whichever school, including the ones that you've already found, email the director of the program, share a copy of your transcript, and ask if the department has scholarship. You get it? So it is the department you're applying to that would, consider you for the scholarship. So that's what you should look at. I can definitely give you a list of schools that you don't have to say that because Fred said I should look at this school. Automatically, when you apply, you get a scholarship.
I understand
work like
that, but that would be helpful.
So
anyway.
Try and email them, share a copy of your transcripts and resume with them. Ask if the department will consider you for scholarship after the admission. Now, if they say yes, then you can go ahead and apply.
Okay. So can you share some of the schools in the comment section?
So the first thing is that you can look at not only public administration because that is a bit limited. So you can look at public policy as well. So you have public administration. Some schools would put it into two. So there's public administration and public policy. You can also see public
Okay.
administration solely or see public policy, solely. If there is an opportunity to combine the two of them, do that. There is also
Okay.
public affairs, which is also closely related. So the first thing
Okay.
is to try not to box yourself that if the name of the program does not say public administration, I'm not going to apply. It doesn't work like that. Okay.
Okay.
So if you do that, then you can simply Google and it will give you like a list of schools. Well, what is your background in, by the way?
Okay, so I studied resource entrepreneurs. So my majors were resource and business management and entrepreneurship. And
Okay.
I've had
Okay.
experience. Yes, so I've had experience with working with an NGO for over 2-3 years now. But at the moment I'm out of contract. So
okay, so that gives me
that's
another idea. So
an NGO of which I've worked with for about 2-3 years now.
okay, your background and then your work is interesting. So there are other programs that will be called dual master's degree. So you can have an MPA plus either environmental science or sustainable development, or maybe public affairs plus sustain, which is closely related. So it combines your experience plus your background academically. Yeah, so there is public management, organizational leadership, non-profit administration. You can also look at international public policy, diplomacy. You don't just box yourself into one field.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk to another person.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Jesse, can you hear me?
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I don't have a question necessarily. I just wanted to share an observation I made. There's a lady that spoke earlier called Daniela, if I remember. She spoke about getting a supervisor. So Fred, I made this interesting revelation here. Surprisingly, most of these schools, they have their websites outdated. So you might see a school that may list their requirements over there, and then their websites have not been updated in like a year, sometimes in months. Until you reach out to the program coordinator before you can find out. It's happened to me, I think, on 3 separate occasions where I asked about a specific thing they had listed on the website, and they told me, oh, they're sorry, it's outdated, they no longer use it. And I think one had to do with a GRE.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, they've stopped requesting for GRE for like 2 years now. And I didn't know. So if you had not asked, so when the lady said she's actually concerned about getting a supervisor or whatever it was, I think is the right thing to do to just speak to the programs coordinator. For all you may know, they may not even need it. Yeah. I just wanted to share that one. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. So let's see if we can throw in some application fee waivers out there. So if you're just joining us, this platform is truly for study abroad opportunities, visa interview tips, and generally life abroad. So that's the information we focus on to share here. So if you want to gain value out of the opportunity to study abroad, then this is the platform to subscribe, to follow, and also try and share, be engaging as well. Normally it looks like I'm the source of putting those information out there. No, if you have something to share, sometimes people come to my inbox and they'll share application fee waiver with me, which I think is great. So I can also put it out there. The sky is huge. All of us can fly without having to crash against one another. I think a lot of people have misconceptions about application fee waivers. What you have to understand is that people think if I apply to a university for free, I'm not going to get a scholarship. That's not true. Last year, I made a video about University of Alabama, which was they have an application fee waiver week. There shouldn't be that I will pay for the application. The fact that you are paying for the application fee does not mean that there wouldn't be competition. You're not the only one who has the money to pay. So if you have an opportunity to take advantage of an application fee waiver, do it. But if a school strictly says that they are not going to waive it, but they can give you scholarship, then you go ahead and apply. So Kent State University, they will be waiving the application fee. They have what we call an application fee waiver week. So it will take place from October 22nd to November 1st. I posted this on Twitter, so on X and Facebook, so you can check it out as well. And let's see if we can find more. So on the X platform, that is what I do mostly, to be able to put out most of the universities that are waiving application fee. It saves you money. Sometimes people do not even have the MasterCard or Visa card to be able to make some of these payments, or the credit card. So if there is a school waiving application fee, take advantage of it. Virginia University, for example, they are waiving the GRE and then the application fee for a specific program, which is the engineering program. So there are a lot of other programs under this application fee waiver. So the programs would include chemical engineering, biomedical engineering, civil engineering, computer science, electrical engineering, material science and engineering, mechanical and aerospace engineering, systems and information engineering. So you don't have to write the GRE. There is no application fee. If you're interested in these programs, go ahead and apply to the University of Virginia. So University of Virginia is located in Charlottesville in Virginia. That is the school. So sometimes people would mistake it for Virginia State. It's different. So this is the University of Virginia located in Charlottesville. All right, let's pick more questions and see. Bright, please go ahead.
Yeah, Fred, thank you. Fred, so I'm applying to this school and they need official transcripts. And they said they accept WES evaluation too. I have my WES. And what I'm confused is they said you can upload the unofficial one for a review. And once you're admitted, you send in the official transcript. So I wanted to find out if I can use my WES evaluation transcript as the unofficial one, so that maybe after admission I'll send in the official one.
Yeah, you can, obviously, if they accept it. But sometimes if it is WES evaluated, there is a way you can ask WES to directly send your transcript to the school you're applying to. There is an option to do that. But it may come with an extra cost. But yeah, if the portal allows you to upload it, great. And of course, specifically, if you want to find out whether they do or do not, then you can email the school's admissions team. They'll be happy to respond to you.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Paul, please go ahead, sir.
Hi.
Kindly go ahead.
I hope you can hear me.
Everybody can hear you, sir. Please go on.
Okay, my name is Paul. I'm from Kenya. I've been actually following your Twitter handle for a while, X, I mean. I'm looking to apply for MS in transportation engineering. I did civil engineering, and I have GPA of 3.5. That's in a scale of 4. So my main problem is I can't seem to actually find universities that actually offer masters, but there's like some adequate funding for it. Most of the universities that I'm actually finding, majorly they call the graduate assistantships, are only dedicated for the PhD students. So I was hoping that maybe some that actually, if you apply for masters in science, you can master of science in civil eng, you can actually get maybe there's a automatic consideration for funding.
So in terms of your field, normally it wouldn't be an automatic consideration. And to find out whether you get a school that will give you that automatic consideration, you need to talk to the department head. It is impressive to know that you already spoke with some people and they said that the funding is only for a PhD, which is absolutely fine. I understand that, with a STEM field, you do not necessarily have to get masters to apply to a direct PhD. you can use your bachelor's degree, and especially if you have a strong CGPA, to directly apply into a PhD. So I would encourage you to try that. Again, keep on emailing. Of course, you don't expect that all of them will be positive on admission and funding. You're going to get some negative responses, which is part of it, which is absolutely fine. But you keep on emailing as many schools as possible. What's your background in?
So I actually studied civil engineering, but post campus I graduated in 2021. Post campus I've majored in roads, so that's why I want to focus on, for my masters, I want to focus on transportation engineering. I've been working on roads since I graduated.
Okay, so you're basing your application on your professional experience and not your academic background, right?
It's still okay when you do civil engineering at degree level, at undergraduate. You cover transportation engineering. It's also part of it.
Okay, so let's first of all come up with a list of other related programs that you can look at, so that you wouldn't box yourself into only one program. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Are you there? Hi, Paul. Hello, Paul. Can you hear me? Okay, I think we lost Paul. All right, let's talk to Emmanuel from Pong. Hi, Emmanuel.
Hi, Fred.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a professional teacher, but currently I work as the district education ICT coordinator. Yeah, because of my background, I want to pursue my master's in educational technology. But unfortunately for me, all the schools that I'm searching for that course is being mounted online. So I don't know. What advice would you give
What
me?
did you say your background is in?
Well, I did a Bachelor of Education in Information Technology. So currently, I'm the district education ICT coordinator for my district.
So was it a straight bachelor's degree, or was a HND and a top up?
Well, I initially hold a Bachelor of Diploma in Basic Education. So I did a top up, a 3-year top up,
and then the top
for my bachelor.
Education technology.
Yes.
Or did you say ICT education or education technology?
Okay, I did Bachelor of Education in Information Technology.
Oh, okay. So I made a video about, and that is a series I'm running. I made a video on education related programs. So
okay.
Don't limit yourself to only one program that you have selected, right? So you said diploma is in basic education. Then the top up is rather in information technology. Now, and
exactly.
Even though you can directly apply with only the top up, I would highly advise that you combine your diploma plus your top up. Was the diploma 2 years or also 3 years?
It was also 3
wow,
years.
So you schooled for 6 years. So you've done bachelor's and master's at the same time. So you can combine the two of them, which will give you a strong footing in terms of the program you're looking for. So we can obviously target curriculum and instruction, which is one. You can look at Master of Arts in Teaching with IT specialization. You can look at educational technology, like you're saying. Of course, as an international student, you don't qualify for an online program, so it has to be in person. And then you can, with you have like what? You have 6 years of transcript, which is 12 semesters. So any school should still be willing to give you a PhD application, especially if you decide to go through the WES evaluation. So you can also look at assistive technology. I don't know if you've ever heard about that. So there's a special education with assistive technology, and then you can look at instruction design. Obviously, you can directly go into educational technology, instructional design and technology, information technology as well, computer education, digital learning. There's a lot of them, bro.
Yeah, but most of them are being mounted online, and that's my fear. But I just as you are saying, I'll go and check
I
them.
think it's because you have only one program in mind. You mentioned education technology, right?
Sure.
But if you decide to broaden your scope, like the programs that I mentioned, it's not only educational technology. I mentioned a lot of them. So if the education technology schools is what is being mounted online, I think that if you should broaden the search, you might find other ones which might not necessarily be education technology, but related, which will not be online.
Sure. All right. Thanks so
All right,
much.
you're welcome. Let's talk to you. Do you go ahead, sir?
Hello, sir. Nice talking to you. I've actually applied for my master's in November last year. I got the admission, but I came without funding. I went for the interview twice, and I was bounced with the same school. And so this time, I'm looking to change the school. But I am emailing the professors and the.
Let's see. Patrick, can you? Okay. So,
Hello, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello. Yes. Thank you for having me. I'm saying that I applied for my master's somewhere in November, and the admission.
There was just some noise coming from the background. I thought it was you, was Patrick. So I head up to you going for the interview. So continue from there.
Yes, I went for the interview twice and I was bounced. So that was with mining engineering. So I'm looking this time to change the course and probably get some funding. But I've been emailing them for a while and it seems they are not responding. So I would want to know if.
What's your background, sir?
I have a BSc in geomatic engineering.
And what program did you apply for earlier?
Mining engineering.
Which university was it?
One at Michigan Tech and the other at Colorado School of Mines.
Do you think what do you think caused the denial, based on your experience?
It was probably the funding.
So technically, if you think that if you're able to get a good funding, it will help with the approval, right?
Certainly.
So when you came back, did you email the school, tell them you've been to the interview, it didn't go as expected, so you think that getting some funding will help?
Yes, I did so, but unfortunately, they are also being reluctant to respond. So actually, the first one responded and was like, "There's no funding," and I went ahead to email the course head, the HOD, and he still says there's no funding available for master's students. So I was like, "Okay, sure, thank you." So I'm looking to change the program to maybe a civil-related course. Then when I get into the system, I'll switch to the mining engineering.
So yeah, with the STEM field, bro, it's super easy comparatively. So you need to make sure that before applying to the school, you have this conversation that you are having after a visa interview. You get it? If you're able to let them know you want to apply and ask whether you'll be considered for scholarship or not, they will let you know whether the department has such opportunities or they don't.
Okay.
So you need to talk to somebody first. Now, if you get a positive feedback on admission and scholarship, then you can apply so that when you get admission, you know that there will be some scholarship coming out of it. Not to just apply and hope that you'll be considered for scholarship when the department does not actually have scholarship.
Okay, I have actually done that for the civil engineering course, civil engineering schools, and most of them like, oh, I should just put in the application, they would see if I would be considered. So I want to know from you if you would recommend some maybe 3 strong schools I can get, some good funding. If it's partial, that's okay. Some good funding so that I would support it with a bank statement just so I get the visa done.
I like the way you put your question. 3 strong schools. No school is weak.
Yes,
what's your field? What do you say the field you're looking?
So currently, I'm looking at mining engineering and civil engineering, but civil engineering is very popular, so I'll probably get some more schools from there.
Okay, so the list I'm going to give you will not necessarily be that 100% they would give you funding. No, you need to still find out from the department, right?
Okay.
Okay, so you can definitely look at the mining engineering aspect. You can look at geological engineering, which of course I know High University, my department was in the same building with them. So email them about it. You can look at geotechnical engineering, mineral resource engineering as well. Obviously, you spoke about civil engineering, structural engineering, transportation engineering, water resource engineering as well. And in the stream field, you can look at environmental engineering, sustainable infrastructure, and all that.
Okay. So what of the schools? You just mentioned Ohio Uni.
Yeah, because my department was in the same department with them, and I know a couple of people who were fully funded over there. So you can look at, there's a school in Alaska called the University of Alaska Fairbanks. They have a Master of Science in Engineering, in Mining Engineering program. South Dakota School of Mines and Technology, they have a Master of Science in Mining Engineering. University of Idaho, there is Missouri S&T, which have a Master of Science in Mining Engineering as well. So West Virginia University, there is University of North Alabama, they have a civil engineering program. I know that school comes with an automatic, some partial scholarship. And so if you find out and they have a graduate assistantship, that would be perfect. So the schools that you gained admission to earlier, have you lost the admission or you still have them?
No, I still have them. So I've actually deferred all of them to spring.
That is perfect. So what happens is that you're able to identify that your department do not have scholarship. Now, the good thing is that it is not only your department you can get scholarship from. If you watch a video I made about getting scholarship after admission, you get to know that normally they have an employment website. Every school has it. So there are other non-academic related, department that would offer you scholarship. So for example, I was schooling at the Department of Public Administration, but I was working as a research assistant in the transportation department in the university. Don't you think that with somebody who has, what was the name of the program you got into?
Mining engineering.
Good. So if you have like, an admission like that, don't you think the transportation department in the school would probably want to have you as a teaching assistant?
Yes, certainly.
Good. So don't limit yourself to only your department. Once you hold that admission, you can get an assistantship from any, and there's a lot of non-academic departments in the school. They are not like the Department of Transportation, the Department of maybe social work, that is, teaching students, but they also contribute to the day and day in run from the school. So like the department I was working at, they don't have a specific program people come and study, but they take care of all the transportation needs in the school. You get it? Yeah, I think we've had a good conversation. Let's talk to Ambassador. Ambassador, how are you doing? Hi, Ambassador, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Let's talk to Patrick. Hi, Patrick, how are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Please yourself.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Please. I read Bachelor of Education in Mathematics and Accounting, and I applied for a data science program at Stevens Institute of Technology. And just yesterday, the admission came in. So they gave me an offer of $10,000 scholarship. So they want me to pay or make a deposit of $500 to secure that offer. Then after that, I can get my I-20 and all that. So currently, looking at how things are going, I'm thinking of applying for Empower to clear the deficit, that debts and everything, to take care of the tuition fee and other stuff. So I would like to ask if that is a good way to go about it.
Yeah, obviously. If the the school or the program is Empower sponsored, but you have to understand is that not every program or university is under the Empower sponsorship. So if you're able to find out that they actually it is possible for you to qualify, then yeah, obviously. And in terms of the enrollment deposit, you can obviously ask for a waiver. So if they waive the enrollment deposit for you, so you could go ahead with securing your I-20 and going about the visa processes as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
All right, let's talk to Tessie Ozioma. Hi, Ozioma.
Hello. Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening. Go ahead.
Please, I have a lot of questions because this process, I am really like.
Is it raining at your end? Because there's a bit of noise coming from your background. Ozioma, if you could secure a quiet location, that would help all of us. Lexus, please go on, sir. Hi, Lexus, please go on. Lexus Kofi, can you please hear me?
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
This is better. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, okay, how are you doing,
I'm
please?
good. How are you?
I'm fine. Please, I hold diploma, 3-year diploma in science education, chemistry and biology. Chemistry was my minor and biology was my major. Then I went ahead to do 2-year Bachelor of Science Education, and then biology was my major. So I want to do any science-related program in any universities in the US. But then before we look at this, I also hold masters in health education under public health. So I don't know whether if I can get a school that will give me a PhD or if PhD will be difficult to get because I did MA health education. I didn't do MPhil. So I come here if you can give me 1 or 2 advice which way to go and how to go by it with the 2 programs.
You have an impressive academic qualification, so yeah, you definitely qualify for a PhD in any program or institution you want to apply to. So you just have to know specifically what you want to study. Based on what you want to study, we could come up with a lot of universities that we could email your credentials to and ask if we can go ahead and apply and if you'll be given scholarship as well. So try and put your documents together and let's narrow down, especially if it's for a PhD. And of course, you can also apply for a second master's degree if that is what you want to. So if we narrow it down to, okay, what programs do we actually want? If it's a PhD, then
Okay. Actually, I had wanted to do PhD in public health or.
No,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. Actually, I had wanted to do PhD in health sciences education or health education and promotion or PhD in public health. So any of them. But then I'm also looking at my first degree, which was a Bachelor of Science Education with biology as a major, and then me doing masters in health education and going for PhD. I was a bit skeptical if probably they'll give me direct PhD like in public health or health education. I don't know, because after the masters I haven't had any experience in the public health sector. I am currently
you keep on criticizing yourself without even asking. There's only one way to find. You are only talking about like you're talking down on the same academic qualification you have. No, you can't have everything. No one has a perfect application, right? So you definitely will not be able to have everything, but what you have should be enough to push you to where you want to get to. And that is what we have to focus on, the positive side, and not, you have to look at what you have and not what you don't have. For what you don't have, there's nothing you can do about it. So you have to position what you have in a way that will give you the admission and scholarship you're looking for. And that is the beauty of graduate school, that you do not, and I keep on saying this, that you do not necessarily have to have a background in what you want to pursue. You get it? So we need to identify the schools that have these programs you want. Now, do we qualify to apply? Let's find out. we email the head of department, share our academic transcript as well as resume, and ask, do we qualify to apply to this program? So they will look at the courses you've taken in both your master's and then the undergrad, and see if you will be a good fit for the program. So for example, when I wanted to do my second master's, I emailed the school, I sent them my transcript, and they were like, do I have maths and economics background? Unfortunately for me, I did that at the bachelor's degree level. So they were trying to say that if I do not have these prerequisites, it will be it will be challenging for me in the program. So without you emailing that HOD and asking, whether you can apply or not, don't just criticize yourself and look down on your qualification. Getting a master's is not a small thing.
Okay.
All right. So let's clear the skepticism and take a step, right? All right. Nyuanyi, did I get the name right? I don't want to mess up your name. Hi. Agbani, can you hear me?
Hi, Fred.
Did I get the name right?
You got the Agbani right, but the other one is wine.
Wine. Okay. Which part of Nigeria are you from?
I'm Igbo. I'm from Enugu. Yeah.
Yeah, Nwani Agbani. Do you have like a nickname or an English name or something?
Okay, just call me Choma.
Oh, okay. So you have a third name. You don't have an English name, right?
I don't have an English name.
Then
sorry.
your name is already serving as home ties for visa application.
For real?
Oh yeah, yeah. If you don't have any, your name alone is home ties.
Oh! I get what you're saying. I do have a supposed English name, but I don't like to use it. But I use it.
It's good you are throwing that away.
Okay. If you
it will be good for visa application. Let's go on.
All right. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. I've heard a lot of people speak here, right? But they seem to have really gone far as I've been looking to apply. But the problem with my application is that I studied applied biochemistry on BSc level, but I currently work in finance as a wealth manager.
Okay, so what is the question, Ryan?
So the question now is, if I were going to apply for a master's program, right? What would you advise for me to apply in? Would you want me to go back to my sciences, which is obviously applied biochemistry, or I should just stay with the arts and commercials, which is finance? I'm currently like in finance now, so it's just like two conflicting opposite sides.
No, it's not conflict. So, like I was telling the other brother, that is what we have. So we can't criticize what we have. You get it? So that would be my first question would be, what exactly is your interest? What do you want to do with your life? Like academically, what do you want to do?
Okay, I've not really gotten to that position where I want to know what I want to do. I know I want to further my MSc or MBA, but I've not really come to that conclusion yet. But if I had like left school with my degree and I continue to work within that field where I studied professionally.
Okay. You're doing the same thing. You are still criticizing what you have.
No, I'm not criticizing it. I'm just like, okay, fine if that's what you think, but at least it's constructive criticism, right? At least I know that they're just
okay. Here's the thing. You said if I had done this, if I had done, unfortunately you didn't do that, right? Now I want us to focus on what you have now and see the way forward, how we can make progress. So if I had is something we cannot work with. Let's work with what we have. So if you're able to tell me that, okay, this is what I want to study, or maybe I have no idea what I want to study, so can you suggest some programs for me? Then we can work with that. Don't talk about what you were not able to do. You have a perfect academic background. You have a perfect field which you are loving, which is great. It's not negative at all. So let's make progress from there not, pulling us back to if I had done this. No.
All right. So you've already said it. So I'd rather suggest you make some valid suggestions for me then.
Okay. So you said your background is in.
Applied biochemistry, sciences.
Okay. And then you're currently doing.
I'm working in finance now.
Okay. So what we would do is that the programs that we are going to come up with would have to be related to our undergraduate, because the transcript is very important when applying. However, if we have any finance related program, we should talk with the director of the program first and ask whether our academic and professional background qualifies us to apply into the program. So they will look at your CV, they will look at the courses you did at the undergraduate level and be able to tell you that, okay, go ahead and apply, you qualify, and you'll be considered for admission. So we can look at interdisciplinary programs like the technology management, that is a Master of Science. We can look at biotechnology and entrepreneurship, which bridges your background in applied biochem and then your professional background in finance. We can look at healthcare management and policy, and we can also look at biomedical engineering and finance. So it's biomedical engineering and finance is bridging your biochem and then the finance, management that you are in at the moment. So there's a lot of options we can look at. Now, because it's a bit tricky and it's not, straightforward to apply to any school. Send your transcript and CV, talk to the HOD, let them give you the go-ahead to apply before you do so. Any other question for me?
None. I get everything now.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
I mentioned biotechnology and business. I mentioned biomedical engineering and finance, healthcare management and policy, biotechnology and entrepreneurship, Master of Science in technology management. Of course, there's an MBA in healthcare, biotech, and all that.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk to Ambassador. Ambassador, how you doing?
I'm fine. Good evening from Nigeria time.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I graduated with HND certificate, and I don't have a GRE.
No,
So,
tell me what you have. Don't tell me what you don't have.
okay, I just have my transcripts and my CV. So, and there are some schools that have funding, but I'm limited because of GRE. So I was able to.
Have you ever asked for a waiver?
No, I've not asked for a waiver, but what I did was to email schools. Then I've gotten about 5 feedback that is positive. One of them asked me to apply, but application fee, they don't waive application fee, which I have to pay.
So you pay for it?
Yes, I've applied that one. So the next one said that I should apply, then I should indicate in my SOP that I will be pursuing my PhD that is fully funded. Which
is positive.
Yeah, which I've done. But the remaining 3 of it, no application fees now. It's very costly. Like the exchange rates is too high. So
Again,
one of the
the complaint. So if they're asking for application fee, they're asking for GRE, TOEFL, whatever. After your first initial email and they have responded, just ask for a waiver. And you're not saying that they should just waive it for you. Give a reason. So, for example, if I am applying to a school and then they said they have a GRE, I tell them that, okay, I have a master's in this. This is my CGPA. I have a bachelor's in this. This is my CGPA. Based on this information, can I be considered for a waiver? So you're not just simply asking that everybody who applies, they should take GRE from the person, but you should be considered. On what basis should you be considered for a waiver? Do you get it? So if you don't ask, you never know. Now, the fact that you ask does not necessarily mean it's going to be granted. No, not every request will be granted, but it's just not bad asking. There's only one way to find out. If you never ask, you don't know.
All right. So I contacted the school. So I asked for their program. So they gave me feedback that their PhD is fully funded. So I have to contact the graduate coordinator. So I contacted her and she told me, I sent my transcripts and my CV. And she said that I can apply for the PhD. And she also sent me the link that I can use to apply. The thing I want to ask is that should I go to the faculty and ask for assistants, research assistants from the professors? Because the coordinator has already told me that if you are admitted, it's fully funded.
Then there's no need to do that. Yeah, there's no need to do that. If the director of the program, who is the boss in the department, says it's fully funded, there's no worry. Just go ahead and apply. Mina, please go on. Hello, Mina. Will Hermina? Hi, Mina. Can you please hear me? Okay. Mina cannot hear me. So, Solis, please go on.
Hello, Mr. Fred. Can you hear me, please?
I can hear you.
Yeah, this is my first time on this space. Though I've been following you on social media. I just started my journey on scholarship abroad, study abroad. I have a MBBS, which is Bachelor's in Medicine and Bachelor's in Surgery. I just graduated this year, and I'm interested in going for a master's. Though I'm majorly considering public health. Though I'm interested in maybe health informatics or other aspect of health. But my challenge now is that I find it difficult to go through the sites to get particular schools who will offer them full scholarship for maybe MPH and other things. So I would like advice to you on the things to do at the moment to plan myself for the journey, because some people mention GRE, but I don't have a GRE result. I've not written a GRE. So I just need a guide from you and advice.
Good that we have some specific programs in mind we want to pursue. So based on this, you do just a generic search based on the country you want to go to, and find out the universities that offer your programs. And of course, I can give you a list of them. And then you would have to email the HOD of the department and send your transcript as well as your CV to be able to know if the department will offer you scholarship, if you should apply to it. So when they give you the feedback, then that is the only way to find out whether there is a scholarship or not.
Okay, Mr. Fred, about the transcripts, in medical school over here in Nigeria, we just do pass, distinction, and credit. So someone mentioned about the WES evaluation. So does it mean I have to go through that before I can get my grades together?
So when you are sending the transcript to the school, it's not about the CGPA. You are showing them the courses that you've taken that qualifies you to be admitted into the program. The evaluation, it's not compulsory for every school. And the other time I tweeted that one of my mentees, we were applying to a school, she had the WES evaluation, and the school did not accept the evaluation. They wanted the actual transcript from the university. So not every university requires evaluation. Even if you get it done, not every university would accept it. If you can afford to get it done, perfect. But if you cannot afford it, it shouldn't be a limitation.
Okay, thank you very much. About the list of schools that you mentioned, should I message you to be able to get the list?
I can give it to you here. So
Okay.
you mentioned healthcare. Did you say healthcare administration?
Yes.
And what again?
I'm just public health MPH.
Okay. And what did you say your background is?
Bachelor's in Medicine and Surgery.
Okay. And what did you mention again? So you mentioned healthcare administration, public health.
and health informatics.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to get you a list of schools that we can look at.
Okay.
So in such a field, you can also look at a dual degree. So you can look at like Masters in Health Administration and maybe Public Health, MBA and Public Health combined. And with your field, you can look at epidemiology, health education as well, healthcare information systems, biomedical informatics, health information management too, and health services administration. There's public administration in healthcare as well. In terms of the universities, mostly there are specific universities for health-related programs. I made a video about some of these universities. So there is University of Tennessee Health Science Center, University of Texas Health Science Center as well. You can look at the University of Pennsylvania. California, Berkeley has the Haas School of Business as well. There is the University of Illinois, Chicago. There's University of Southern California, Carolina, University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. They have the Gillen School of Public, Global Public Health as well. All right, so let's talk to another person.
Thank you so much.
Let's speak to D. Hi, D, go ahead.
Hi, Fred. So my question is just really short. So, I have a HND in estate management. I just finished with a top up, so it's in the same program in estate management. So I wanted to find out what are sort of the programs that I can look into. First of all, I was looking into getting to pursue public health administration, but I'm not so sure if I'll be able to do that with the background that I have.
It's easy to find that out. You don't just look down that. So to be able to find out whether you qualify to apply, the director of the program can tell you. So when you share your transcript, so whatever program you want to pursue is possible. Just find out. Sometimes they just want certain prerequisite. If you have those prerequisites, then they would admit you into the program. So you share your transcript with them. You can add your CV if you want to and ask. So if they tell you that because you don't have this course or you didn't have a background in this course, we cannot admit you, then you know that if you apply, you will not get. But that's the only way to find out.
Yeah, but my issue is where I find myself working, it's in a different category altogether. So I'm in the customer service directorate, and then I did estate management. So it's a little bit conflicting. Do you get it?
Yeah, so that's why you add your CV. So your CV will mention your professional background. Do you get it?
Yes.
Good. So if they see your CV, they know your professional background. If they see your transcript, they know your academic qualification and the courses you did. So then you'll be able to give you the right direction or a decision based on these two documents.
Okay,
so if you email them and ask, can I apply without attaching any document, they wouldn't have an idea what your background in terms of professional background is.
Okay, but could you suggest a couple more courses that I can pursue with my degree?
So you said you have a background in what?
Estate management. It's a BTech in estate management.
And then you're working in?
I work with an institution, but I'm in the customer service directorate.
Okay, so what is your position?
I'm a client management executive, so I'm on the front line. Yeah.
All right. So whatever list you have, so you talk about healthcare and stuff like that, whatever field you have, you can email them. But with your qualification and where you work, this will be my suggestions. You can look at obviously real estate, property management, real estate development, facilities management, construction management, business administration as well, masters in management, international business entrepreneurship, organizational leadership. So based on your qualification, these are my suggestions. However, whatever field you want to get into, nursing, healthcare, whatever, try and email them first. They should
Okay.
tell you whether you qualify, but don't look at your don't look at what you have and limit yourself.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right, let's talk to let's see. All right, so if you're just joining, you're welcome. I'm Fred. I'm here to respond to most of your questions you have about the study abroad process. Why do I qualify to respond to your questions? I've been through the process, done 2 masters on a full scholarship, studied at 2 different universities. 2, I have had the opportunity to assist thousands of people since since I got here. And so based on personal experience and the opportunity to assist thousands of people to go through the process, I've gained a lot of ideas, information that I can share with you to help you with your process. The Fred
Hello,
Effect
Fred.
actually have the biggest study abroad content platform. And so for a couple of years now, we've been putting information on how to go about the process. What makes our platform different is we make it in a more inspiring way. Sometimes it's a bit intimidating. You think your qualification does not allow you to do that, your financial circumstances. So we make you understand that it is highly possible you can do it, and we share the processes for you to do it. So if you have an admission without a scholarship, we've made a whole video explaining about 10 different steps you can follow to get a scholarship. If you want to study an undergraduate, the team will take your document, handle the application for you. There are universities that do not require application fee. We share some of them so that if you think your financial circumstances will not allow you to study abroad, we'll let you know that you don't pay any application fee to apply. So why not give it a try? So we put out content and then information in a more inspiring way. You do not necessarily have to schedule a one-on-one meeting with our team if you cannot afford it. Most of the information, we put it out there for free. So all you need to do is to follow the steps so you can do it on your own. And we advocate the do yourself there. When you go through the process or you do it yourself, you learn a lot. Of course, it's not bound to be 100% smooth and successful. There are some impediments and all that. And normally, if people have done what you want to do, you shouldn't struggle to get that done. Just ask questions, seek for information. People are studying at the university you want to study at. You wouldn't be the first person. People have already made use of the scholarship you want to apply to. So seek for their help and advice, and you'll definitely be fine. All right, let's pick more questions and see if we can respond to most of them. So Kingsley Okechukwu, Ogochukwu, did I get your name?
Yeah, Fred. Good evening. Good evening. You tried. I'll give you an 8.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm actually applying for a PhD program, in biomedical sciences. So I've submitted some of my application. So, but recently I went to, the admission requirement of a particular institution, Kent State University, and then although the application fee is $70, I sent a message. They said they can't waive it. So I'm going to, try my best to pay.
No,
but my question is regarding
Kent State will be having an application fee every week. You don't know about that? I think it will start.
For the program, for the specific program, biomedical sciences, they said they don't.
No, what I mean is that
I sent
the entire school having an application fee waiver week.
Okay, I'm not aware of that.
I put it on Twitter. Let me see if I can search the exact date. I think it's starting in October or so. But I put the exact.
Okay, maybe I will check your profile.
Yeah, sure.
I will check your profile. Okay, so my question is regarding the recommendation letter. What do you think about it? Is it that when you send the details of 3 recommenders, one of the things they said there is that your recommender should have an organizational mail, and the letter should have a letter heading of the organization. In addition to the 2 of them, they should also have a good knowledge of who you are and your research experience. Now, my recommenders, 3 of them know who I am, and they have a well thought out experience of my research experience. But only one has an organizational mail. The other 2 they don't have an organizational mail, but one can actually write on letterheading. So do you think that inside those three recommenders, I can have one with an organizational mail, the other two doesn't have organizational mail, and their letter doesn't have a letterheading? Do you think it will make the recommendation more stronger, or you
So,
think we can do the situational?
what happens is that if the normal Gmail, Yahoo Mail, or whatever email, anybody could
Yeah.
have such an email, right? So
Yeah.
it is more trustworthy if your recommenders use an institutional email which can be verified, right? However,
Yeah.
you can also let the school know. So there are a couple of ways. You can let them know the reason why your recommenders do not have an institutional email, and for it to be trusted, even though it's not an institutional email. Do you get it? So you can write.
Yes.
Sometimes most of the application portal have what we call supplementary documents, or sometimes they
Yeah.
give you an opportunity to write what other information do you want to send to the admission team. So you can indicate that this is the issue. Your recommenders are legit. However, they do not have institutional emails. And then you can write their qualifications. So if they are professors, maybe they have some articles written online about them, stuff like that, which you can indicate just for the school to know that even though you were unable to provide an institutional or professional email address, these are, legit recommenders, so that it wouldn't look fishy. Do you get it?
Okay.
This whole
I will
process
do that.
boils down to communication. The people admitting you,
Yeah.
they are not 10 gods, they are human beings, right? And you applying as a human being. They are not there just to decline people admission. In fact, some universities go to the extent of advertising, like spending resources to advertise that people should apply to them. And mostly the reason why some of these universities will waive application fees because they want people to apply. So they actually want you try and position yourself or do things that will make you be a good fit or qualify over somebody. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So normally when you talk to them, they are super happy and willing to help you out. That's all.
It's okay. Thank you so much. I will do
Yeah,
that.
bro, I
Thank
wish
you
you
so
the
much.
best. Do your best. You'll be fine.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk to Tete. Emmanuel, please unmute your microphone. Go ahead.
All right. Thanks a lot, Fed. I have a background in BEd Social Science, Economics, Geography.
So before you come in, shout out to my brother Nzube Ohalite. He's doing amazing. If you've not subscribed to his channel, please check it out. Type Nzube Ohalite. So NZUBEOHALETE and subscribe to his channel on YouTube. All right, go ahead.
All right. So as I was saying, I'm having a background in BEd Social Science, Economics, Geography.
You're from UCC, right?
Exactly. I know you personally.
UCC and a BSR combination. Wait, don't tell me you're a custodian. If you're a custodian, then we are done with the conversation.
I am. I'm a fellow. I think I've had some courses with you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a mariner, so if you're a custodian, yeah.
I am.
Let's go on.
Yeah, so, but currently I'm in the monitoring evaluation field. Yes. So I would like to know the opportunities, the scholarship opportunity with me, so that I can switch and do my master's.
But what are you interested in? What do you want to study?
Currently, I'm doing the MA master's.
Currently, you're doing a master's degree?
Yes.
I thought you were working in that field instead.
Yeah, I am working as well. I'm working in that field. I'm doing my master's. I'm on my thesis. But then.
So you work at UCC or what?
No.
Where are you doing the master's?
KNUST.
Oh, okay. So you can opt for a second master's degree. You can also opt for
a PhD. That is my plan. So I want to know the opportunities for me so that I opt for a second master's.
The opportunities there, the number of opportunities on this earth are more than the human beings. So there are lots, right? So let's narrow down.
My background and my field, you understand?
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. That's graduate school. So for example, your bachelor's degree does not match what you're doing, does it?
Yeah.
but
No,
they
it
are
doesn't.
rated the same way. So if you
Yeah.
want a PhD or a second master's, whatever field you want to pursue is possible. So when you're able to settle down that, okay, this is what I want to do, then I can assist you with the list of universities that offer those programs. Then we go ahead and talk to the director and see if they offer scholarships. Then we can go ahead and apply.
All right.
Yeah. So are you able to narrow down to, if it is a PhD, what PhD programs are you looking at? And if it is a second master's, what other master's degree do you want to add to what you have at the moment?
Okay, for the second master's, I want to do data analysis or data management. Yeah, either data analysis or data management.
Yeah,
Something.
highly possible. So we just have to put
Or even
together
the planning related programs.
Well, what did you say?
Data analysis, data management, or planning related programs.
Great. So that's what I'm saying, that once we have this, all that we need to do is to search for schools with such programs.
Yeah.
What the next thing is, get your transcript from the master's and the bachelor's level, email them, let them know this is your qualification. Can you go ahead and apply? If you're admitted, are there scholarships for you? When they give you that feedback, then you get to know, okay, which school am I going to apply to based on those feedback?
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, at any point in time, you can feel free, link up via Instagram. I'll be happy to respond to you, bro. All right. Ozioma Tessie. Tessie, let's see if we can hear you now. I think you've been trying to.
Okay, yeah, you can hear me now. I've stopped whatever was making the noise.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
This is better.
Okay, I was actually trying to say that the process is like I don't really understand it, but then I have HND and I studied science laboratory technology in my ND and then microbiology in my HND.
Right.
So I'm looking at the options I have for going into masters if possible. Then I'm looking at the microbiology, biotechnology, public health, and biomedical science, and like things like that. Then I am like, but all these courses I'm looking at from the schools I checked, it seems like all of them are like going towards research or something like that.
Is it they are going towards research? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it only research that one can get maybe in master's level?
Oh no, not at all. But it sort of helps if you want to get a good scholarship because you have to work under a supervisor and stuff like that. But not necessarily.
So what else can I go for? How else can I go about it if I don't want to go into research?
Yes, so there will definitely be a non-research programs that you can consider.
Okay, like
so let's break it down. What background you have and what you want to study, so we can make some suggestions as to what programs you can go into. And when you visit the program's website, they will let you know whether this is a research-based program or is a non-research-based program. So you said your qualifications are in what?
My ND was in science laboratory technology.
How many years was that for?
It was 2 years.
Okay, go ahead.
Then HND was also 2 years in microbiology.
Okay.
Then I've been working for the past 10 years in a pharmaceutical company as in quality control department as an analyst and quality control assurance.
So do you have specific programs in mind you want to pursue?
I have, but there are a lot of them. I don't even know which one to.
No, it's absolutely fine. So it's good that you have a lot. I think that is the best route. So what do you have in mind?
I have microbiology in mind. Maybe something like
microbiology.
clinical microbiology or medical microbiology.
Which is perfect. Go ahead. What again?
Then public health,
Mhm.
biotechnology,
Okay.
biomedical, medical laboratory science,
Mhm.
or biomedical science. These are the ones that, but if I can see pharmaceutical microbiology, then
Okay. So you I think you are on the perfect route. You have the programs in mind. Now we just have to look for the universities that offer these programs. And then based on their course curriculum, we find out whether it is course-based or research-based. Now, according to you, you wouldn't prefer to be on the research-based route, which is absolutely fine. So we just have to find schools that have these programs in their course-based and not research-based, right?
okay.
Yeah. So,
But sorry, please, this research based and non-research based, which one is actually better? Which one pays better?
when you say pays better, what does it mean?
Like where you can build your career. Like I don't even know how to go. Which one is better? Let me just end it there.
It's 100%, personal. Like it depends on what you want to do. My duty is to be able to help out with information based on what you want to do. So it was perfect when you told me that these are the courses you want to pursue. I can help you with the universities that offer these programs, but it will be difficult for me from hindsight to tell you that it is a research-based program or not, unless we visit the university's website to find out whether it's a research-based or course-based. So as to which one you want to do, it would 100% depend on you to make that decision.
Okay.
All right, let's talk to Jerry. Jerry, please go ahead.
Yeah, Ferry, thank you very much. I think you've spoken extensively on what I want to ask, but then let me just go ahead and ask again. With regards to pursuing a PhD program, do you need to have a GRE? Because it looks like most of the schools request for GRE. Are there schools that do not request for GRE for a PhD program?
Yeah, PhD is generic. So if you're able to tell me maybe PhD in education, PhD in public administration, then we can have a specific conversation. But of course,
PhD in business administration.
Yeah, so in terms of the business related fields, mostly the GRE gives you an upper hand in terms of consideration for scholarship. But of course, if you go to the university's website, they will tell you specifically the requirements that they want. Now, if they want a GRE, which is absolutely fine, we can't have every requirement the university is asking for. So you can, have a conversation with the director, say that I have this qualification. Is it possible that even though the department requires GRE, it can be waived for me to apply? They will let you know whether they can accept your application without GRE or not. So it differs from department to department. One department may require TOEFL, another may just take your English proficiency letter from your previous academic institution and waive it off for you. So it's not a generic requirement, but of course, if you have it, it gives you an upper hand, even if the university is not requiring.
Okay. Then secondly, okay, so I got admission. I know I got admission to George Washington University for a master's program in business analytics. Right. But then because I couldn't get a date for a visa appointment, I couldn't pursue it. So I have deferred to fall 2025, and I got another admission at Southern Illinois, agribusiness economics, without any funding. But with the George Washington, I got 15,000 USD as merit fellowship. What's the name? Scholarship. Okay. Yeah, and then currently I have a date in November, and I don't know which school to use for the interview, because with the Southern Illinois, I don't have any funding at all. But then I was able to defer to spring 2025.
Okay, so it depends on what you're comfortable with in terms of the explanation. You can use any of the I-20s for. So here's the thing: the focus should not be on what school you want to go to. No, the focus should be on which school can easily sell you through. So you would determine, okay, which financial statement are you going to use? Because if you do not have everything paid for your school, then the financial statement or the financial document, whether it's a loan, it's a bank statement, it's a scholarship letter, comes it will be very important, or will play a very important role in the visa acquisition. So which school do you think you can comfortably express yourself when you go for the visa interview? Which funding option is saying that I have a scholarship from the school, but I have a sponsorship from this person, or my school is 100% sponsored by this person? Is it what you are comfortable with? It boils down to what you think you are very comfortable with going to explain at the embassy.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Of course, we do have the mock interview platform that you can join to be able to prepare adequately for the interview. And if you come up with your answers, we help you refine them as well. All right. So it's been an amazing conversation. Let's speak to Jennifer, and then we speak to Obadofini.
Finally.
Okay, Jennifer, go ahead.
Final. Okay, good evening. Please, I went to, or I'm still in UCC, but CODE, College of Distance Education. I'm sure you went to UCC, so you might know CODE. So
No,
I did.
I don't. I don't know.
You don't.
No,
Okay, so it's a college of.
Don't mind me. I do.
So I have diploma in business management, which is 3 years, and then I'm also currently pursuing procurement and supply chain management, and I'll be done this year. And I was asking that, since it's 2 different programs for degree, for diploma and then the degree, would I have any issues when I'm trying to apply for school? And the last time I met you on Phyllis' page, and you were like, if you have 2 certificates or transcripts, you have to do WES evaluation. So with that one, I get it. But I just wanted to know if the program, since it's all a business related program, but is there going to be any challenges for me with the business management and also the procurement and supply chain management?
When you say it's going to be challenging in terms of what?
Because it's 2 different programs. Because the diploma, I did business management, but it's all commerce. And then the degree, so I'm also doing procurement and supply chain management. But it's all under the commerce.
I get it. But
Yeah.
when you say, is it going to be challenging to do what?
Maybe depending on the course I want to pursue, maybe in my master's. I'm still interested in pursuing a course or a program related to business.
Yeah, then you're on the right track. You have a good profile. So you can definitely use the 2 separate transcripts to apply to some schools that do not require the evaluation. But if a school requires evaluation, what it would do is that it will give you a single transcript. Right now, you have 2 different transcripts and 2 different CGPAs. So if you get the evaluation down, it will give you a single transcript and a single CGPA, which will be comprehensible to the admissions committee.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have a good profile, so why not give it a shot?
All right. Thank you very much. That's what I just wanted to know. Because the last time you were like, a lot of schools don't understand 2 transcripts. So
yeah, that is true. So the naming is a bit different. So what we call diploma, they call it associate degree.
Okay.
So like if I say associate degree and you're from Ghana, you may not understand it.
Exactly.
Like what we call pavement, they call it sidewalk.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's just a different naming. So if you get the evaluation done, they put you in the same category, which is universally accepted, which is the bachelor's degree.
Okay.
But if you say that I have a bachelor's degree, but it's 2 years, it's still not understandable to them. Do you get it?
All right. Okay. Okay.
All right. So nice
All right.
talking to you.
All
Let's
right.
talk to.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't want to mess your name up, but can you hear me, Oba Dolphin?
Yes,
How do you pronounce your name, sir?
Obadofin, yes, you are correct.
Okay.
Obadofin, yes, sir. I
Go
want
ahead.
to really appreciate you for what you are doing. I've been following you, and I'm inspired to just join this space this night. All right. I don't know if you can hear me.
Very clear, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Actually, I don't want to put myself forward first. I want to put my wife forward. My wife have business administration and entrepreneurship in the degree, and with 2-2. So, and he has 8 years of working experience. That is, I think it's marketing and customer relation courses. I mean, work. So we are looking at a program for her in the US. We are actually looking at business analysis, information and technology, or master in supply chain management. So we want your advice, and we are looking at fully funded scholarship.
You seem to have like a fair idea on what to do. It's good that you have a list of programs
Yes, sir.
that you want her to pursue, and she has a pretty great background. So
Yes, sir.
you just have to put her documents together, her transcript, certificate, CV, statement of purpose, recommendation letters, English proficiency. Then we will go ahead and get schools that have or universities that have programs in the list you've mentioned.
Okay.
Then we have a conversation with them. If they give us a positive feedback, then we can go ahead and start the applications.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. All right. So also my brother have a background in computer science and integrated science. That is at NC, what we call NC, that is in Nigeria. Then he have degree in computer science and statistics with upper division. So he also wants to pursue educational, maybe master in education in computer science and statistics. So we don't know the school to apply to for fully funded too.
So how many years was the NC?
Okay. I can quickly check. Sorry, just a minute.
Okay, no problem. So how about the top up? You said he has an NC and what? A bachelor's, is that what you said?
Yes, he has NC in computer science and integrated science.
What's the full meaning of NC?
That is Nigeria certificates in education. Yes.
And then so the bachelor's degree was for straight 4 years, or how many years was it?
Yes, 4 years.
The bachelor's was 4 years?
Yes. I mean, no, it's 3 years. 3 years because
it means that it's because he has the NC, that is why he did the bachelor's for 3 years.
Yes.
Okay. Do you plan to evaluate those 2 transcripts for him?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be the best way to go in order to combine the 2 qualifications. It makes it easier in terms of the application. And with a list of schools, of course, I can mention a lot of them to you, but let's start from the same way. He has to put his documents together, and then we get the evaluation done. Afterwards, we come up with schools in those programs, and then we'll be emailing them, sharing our qualification with them. If they give us a go ahead to apply, then we can go ahead and apply.
Okay, sir.
All right, live life like Goz. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead with your question.
Can you
Okay. He seems to have a bit of connection issues. So yeah, it's been a very progressive conversation. So I do this and the Q&A sessions, it's quite random. It's not scheduled, unfortunately, but there is the Study Abroad podcast, which we do it every weekend. We bring individuals who have been through the process on, talk to admission officers to let you know how to apply. So try and join. You can ask your questions there as well. If you want to get in touch, I'll be happy to respond to your questions in my inbox via Instagram. So the Fred Effect, the account is verified. We have over 16,000 followers on Instagram. So send a message. We'll be happy to respond to you. If you want to schedule a private one-on-one meeting on any of the Fred Effects platforms, there's a link, a seller link, which you can schedule a one-on-one conversation. We'll be happy to help you out with the process. I need you to be positive and know that everything will be fine. So the Fred Effect team also have collaborations with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of former visa officers. So because of their experience in coaching, in terms of visa interview preparation, they'll be able to help you if you're preparing for visa interview. So use the link I'm sharing on the dashboard to be able to schedule a one-on-one meeting with Argo Visa if you are preparing for any category of visa interview. And they are former visa officers too, so the experience is huge to be able to help you. So my name is Fred. Thank you for tuning in. I'll come your way another time. I'll be happy to respond to your questions. If you're working on something, please be positive about it. Take away any form of negativity. If there's someone discouraging you, letting you know it's not possible, let them know that you can do it. And the people who are studying abroad, they are not bigger than you. They are not more intelligent than you. They just took advantage of a certain information that may not have been known to you. And thank God the Fred Effect platform is there to be able to make some of these information available to you. Subscribe, follow, share with other people so that they can also benefit from the